Once upon a time, in the heart of a vibrant kelp forest, there lived an octopus named Tako. Tako was not your ordinary octopus. He had an extraordinary talent that set him apart from the rest. He was a master tinkerer. Tako's home was a cozy den nestled among the swaying kelp fronds. The walls of his den were adorned with shelves filled with gadgets, gizmos, and contraptions of all shapes and sizes. Tako loved taking things apart and putting them back together, always eager to discover how they worked and how they could be improved. Tako had many friends in the kelp forest, and they often came to him with their problems. One sunny morning, as Tako was busy tinkering with a new invention, his friend Sammy the sea turtle swam over with a solemn look on his face. "Hey, Tako," Sammy said, "I have this old rickety shell, and it's causing me all sorts of trouble. I wish I had a new one, but I don't know where to find a better one." Tako put down his tools and gave Sammy a warm smile. "Don't worry, Sammy," he said. "I think I might have just the thing for you." Tako spent days crafting a magnificent shell for Sammy. He used the finest materials he could find in the kelp forest and added special features like hidden compartments for carrying treasures. When he presented the new shell to Sammy, the sea turtle was overjoyed. It fit him perfectly, and he felt like the most stylish turtle in the ocean. Word of Tako's incredible talent spread quickly throughout the kelp forest. Soon, all the sea creatures were coming to him with their problems and wishes. One day, Benny the hermit crab approached Tako with a dilemma. "I've outgrown my old shell, Tako," Benny said, "but I'm too attached to it to leave it behind. Can you help me?" Tako put on his thinking cap and got to work. He designed a special shell that allowed Benny to keep his old one as a keepsake. It had a detachable outer layer that could be swapped out whenever Benny needed a bigger shell. Benny was thrilled with his new invention and danced around the kelp forest, showing it off to everyone he met. As time went on, Tako's reputation as the resident inventor of the kelp forest continued to grow. He helped Molly the clownfish create a cozy nest for her eggs, designed a water purification system for Victor the crab's burrow, and even crafted a musical instrument for Ruby, the angelfish. But Tako's most ambitious project was yet to come. One evening, as he was gazing at the stars through the swaying kelp fronds, he had an idea that would change the lives of all his friends forever. He decided to build an underwater playground. Tako envisioned a place where everyone in the kelp forest could gather, play, and have fun together. He began working tirelessly, gathering materials from all over the kelp forest and enlisting the help of his friends. They constructed a magnificent playground with tunnels, slides, swings, and even a colorful kelp maze. It was a true marvel, and when it was finally unveiled, the entire kelp forest was filled with joy and excitement. Tako's playground became the heart of the kelp forest. Sea creatures of all shapes and sizes gathered there every day to laugh, play, and strengthen their bonds of friendship. Tako was delighted to see his friends so happy, and he couldn't have been prouder of his greatest creation. One evening, as Tako was watching his friends play on the swings, he heard a soft voice behind him. It was a tiny seahorse named Sophie. She looked shy and unsure as she approached Tako. Tako," Sophie said hesitantly. "I've always dreamed of being able to swim faster. I know it might be impossible, but I thought maybe you could help me." Tako's eyes lit up with determination. He knew he had a big challenge ahead of him, but he was up for it. He spent weeks designing and testing various mechanisms until he came up with a brilliant solution. He created a pair of sleek, lightweight fins for Sophie. They were made from the strongest materials he could find in the kelp forest, and they were designed to help her glide effortlessly through the water. When he gave them to Sophie, she hesitated for a moment, then put them on and took a tentative swim. To everyone's amazement, Sophie shot through the water like a comet, leaving a trail of bubbles in her wake. She giggled with delight and thanked Tako over and over for making her dream come true. Tako's heart swelled with happiness as he watched Sophie swim with her newfound speed. He realized that his greatest joy came from using his talent to make his friends' dreams come true. As the days turned into months and the months into years, Tako continued to tinker and invent. He never stopped using his talents to improve the lives of his friends, and the kelp forest remained a place of wonder and happiness for all its inhabitants. And so, in the heart of the vibrant kelp forest, Tako the octopus continued to be the beloved inventor, always ready to lend a helping tentacle and bring smiles to the faces of his friends, one brilliant invention at a time. And they all lived happily ever after, thanks to Tako's boundless creativity and the power of friendship.